Who are you? Who are you? What do you do?
I am the person that has too many things that I like, so I just keep reinventing myself. I started out, I actually wanted to be a trumpet player with an orchestra.
Really?
And I got myself into school. I couldn't get into Juilliard, but I got myself into a school in Connecticut that had the same trumpet teacher as Juilliard. I went there. I wanted to play trumpet in a symphony. I was totally supported by my family. I got through college. I moved to New York City, and I basically, me and 10,000 other trumpet players. I mean, I couldn't make a living. I ate peanut butter and jelly for most lunches. Every once in a while, I'd splurge on a pizza. And I got a finance degree at my MBA. I went out. I got my CPA. I worked in public accounting and other things for a while.
Wow.
And then there was that artist piece to me. And people say, do you still play the trumpet? And I say, absolutely not. If you're not kind of doing that all the time, you know what you can do, and then you know what you sound like when you only pick it up, and it's horrible.
I know.
So I stopped that, but I still had this part of me that wanted to create and be creative, and so I loved meditation. I started the first Metamorphosis Center back on Cliff Road as a meditation center. I don't know why. I mean, here's me with a business degree and other things. I buy a warehouse, and I think that teaching a meditation class once a week is going to be a good business idea. Nobody showed up, and I was such a poor presenter that I would shake. I'd be like, "Oh, welcome to our meditation." And I mean, it was horrible. So I said, "Well, what if I just open this space up to be anything that's healing and not harming?" And that's kind of how that space grew.
That's a brilliant statement, though. Everything that's healing and not harming.
Yes, because I think I didn't know much about anything holistic, save meditation, when I started this whole journey.
Really?
I was just, every time somebody came into that space and used it for something different, because I started as meditation, so then there were psychics and there were breath practitioners, all these different people, and my mind would be cracked open to what somebody was doing in there, and then I'd want to learn about it, and so I followed that for a while. I started noticing about 5 or 6 years ago that we used to be able to put a newsletter out. It would have all these events for the month. People would over, and then some would sell out, some wouldn't, and it would be sort of, there was a flow to it.
Yeah, a kind of predictable.
Mm-hmm. And then over the last 6 years or so, that from the day the class is going to start, any class or anything we were offering, the registration got closer and closer and closer and closer and closer, and that's harder and harder to plan from a business perspective until the last event we did, which was a full event. We had 18 people registered the day before, and we were going to cancel it. It was a kind of like a fair, an intuitive fair.
Yeah.
And we got 36 appointments between 3 p.m. on Friday and 10 a.m. on Saturday when the event opened. And so
this does not surprise me. It does not surprise me at all.
It's the on-demand.
Yes.
I'm available tonight. I'm available tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
What's there to do?
So that's where we started talking about, well, how can our business model change so that on demand, we can capture that? Because that's just kind of how the world is doing it, doing life. They're shopping closer to holidays, they're registering closer to events.
And if you put it into a spiritual perspective, we're being present moment, which is what we've talked about for decades.
Right.
That's brilliant, that present moment, absolutely.
In this moment, what do I feel? What do I want? Yeah.
Right. And so Rebecca's always been my go-to person for everything technical, and she's a great, you're my problem solver extraordinaire. So every time I have something I can't figure out, I call it. I say, Rebecca, is there a way to?
Well, let me think about that. Well, and it was so much fun to in the previous years to be to go to events at the Metamorphosis Center, because same thing. Like my mind was always like, who knew that was a thing? Who knew that was a tool available, or who knew that could help me? Mm-hmm. And then, I'd go to events, and of course, Laura has such a business mind. She knows how to build a business. She knows how to, create. She knows how to create prosperity. She knows how to create flow. Mm-hmm. And she has all these people who are like, yes, I want to be around her, and I want to share my gifts. And so it's always been so much fun. So she would have the Metamorphosis Chamber of Commerce, or and we'd all go and network. All the people that were in this business, and you had copywriters, and you had website designers, and you had Reiki specialists and, everybody coming together and learning.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
becoming a family on some level
Yeah.
too.
Absolutely. I mean, I've gone to weddings, funerals, birth. Well, not actual births, but like showers for people that are having babies. Let's put it that way. Yeah, and so we really wanted to capture this on demand. Like, how do we apply that to the spiritual community?
Yeah, so how do you?
Well, two things that I think are happening. One is that people don't want to read newsletters anymore. I can tell because I send a newsletter out and I can see who went in and how long they spent in there, and it's just and people don't want to keep track of. I want to do this at this place and this at this place, and that looked interesting, and I have to remember to register. So we thought, why don't we create a community calendar? Why don't we have one place where anyone in the Twin Cities or Zoom outside the Twin Cities can put their events so that people can always go into this website and say, what's happening tonight in the Twin Cities? What's happening this Saturday in the Twin Cities?
online or in person.
What do you mean online or in person?
So a virtual, Laura's been putting together all these like fireside chats where, somebody will read do a book reading or will host a class or something. It's wonderful because, I think I'd like to listen in on this and I can do that in the comfort of my own home, and also I don't have to be out during COVID either.
COVID.
So
Or winter storms.
or winter storms
Or the dark night of
or I just don't feel like getting out of my house.
Yeah.
Well, and
That's me.
And I think too about now that so many people, my mother is, I won't tell her age, but she's on a computer and watching Zoom and doing Zoom things. She never would have done that before, but this has created an environment where more and more people have got what they need to join a Zoom situation. And I don't think that's ever going to change. So,
And more people are more confident with it too.
absolutely. And they're, they finally got the Zoom software on their computer and they just click the link now.
I got a window to the world now.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's all these wonderful people offering these classes and,
So tell me about that. What kind of classes are we talking about?
Well, so that was one idea on the
Oh, okay. That's just one idea. Okay.
one component.
That's one component. So there's a community calendar. Everyone can come in, put their events on there, and what we wanted to make sure is that you could register for someone's event and they would get paid. So they put their own registration link on, and so we're not doing anything to interfere with the flow of money because that's really important to practitioners.
Yeah. And so it isn't like it comes to you and then you portion out the...
Absolutely. Basically,
to them.
if you have an event, you put it on the calendar, and we're going to direct all of our newsletter and customers of the Metamorphosis Center into this site, this Metamorphosis Connections, so that everybody can benefit. And I think if we can be successful in creating that online calendar that the community uses, then people will naturally go to that website. It'll draw people in.
Yeah.
Because here's where I can find it.
And there's so much more to that website, so it's not just the events.
Okay.
It's the directory listing. Okay, so you need to get you want to advertise. There's a lot of different directories out there that have events, but it's nice to go to something online or find a practitioner. Okay, I'm looking for example, I'm looking for a hypnotherapist. Where can I go to find a hypnotherapist? Well, I can look through the directory and find several and find one that will suit me.
Will there also, is there a vetting process or will there be a review process that will also
That's
be
the
part of
best
that?
part. Everyone can put reviews in.
Yeah.
So that's what Amazon has kind of done and that was kind of controversial when Amazon started putting reviews in there because, you can have good reviews, you can have bad reviews, but it's all
Yeah.
up to whoever sees you. So
Yeah.
everything in there is reviewable. So people can start sharing their information and we can collect collective information about experiences people are having and doing that. But I think the thing we're most excited about
Oh, there's more, but
there's
wait,
more and
there's
more.
more.
is we've created this section and it's called What Is?
What is?
What
Yes.
is?
Okay.
What is EFT? What is Modern Mystery School?
Absolutely. And we've asked somebody, we've invited people to come in as thought leaders of a topic. And Rebecca, talk about the SEO. This is so cool.
So we wanted this to be something that was good for the thought leader. We wanted to lift the thought leader's business up. We wanted to support them as a business.
Yeah.
But we also wanted to create something that people wanted to know. Like if I was new to EFT or emotional freedom technique, I don't even know what it is. So how can I even decide whether or not I want to
Right.
take the next step?
Yeah.
And there's a woman that we really she's really good with EFT. So we asked her to be a part of this what is page, and so she is the thought leader for EFT. And so what I wanted to do and what we wanted to do is make sure that if we were going to do an interview with her, we were going to have content about what it is. It was actually using the search words, the key words that audience is looking for to find her,
Yeah.
and asking the questions that people want to know about it. So we are using search engine optimization tools to get that information, and to create interviews and to create information. So it not only answers the questions people have about it, but it also lifts her business up as well.
Yeah. She becomes the point person, the expert
Yes.
of the experts in that area.
Right. And it's done with mindfulness about search engine optimization.
And so we have these videos that are answering these questions that people are typing into Google when they're trying to learn about whatever the topic is.
Yeah.
Right.
But then we took it another step and we said, okay, not everyone's going to be a novice at EFT. We're going to have some really talented EFT practitioners maybe out there or other things. Yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah.
so the idea we had was we want to be able to take anyone wherever they are in their journey related to a topic, EFT, and have something there for them. So we start with that what is, and then we have incremental time and financial investments people can make to get more and more into the topic all the way down to certification.
Yes.
Their own certification. So
Wow.
because I found at Metamorphosis that some of our best practitioners were people that came to Metamorphosis as
Novices.
like 10 years ago,
Yeah.
and then they had a passion and they developed into these super passionate, very talented practitioners. So I said, let's catch them in the beginning. Let's catch them when they're interested in something. And if you're already interested and maybe you've done a couple group sessions, maybe you're ready to get certified. Let's take you all the way down that pathway. So no matter where you are on your journey, we have the next thing for you.
Right.
And to help that practitioner, Rebecca is
Build
doing
that. Yeah, so a lot of the practitioners, they're also building their business. So they may not have all of these different levels. Like
Yeah.
we would all, like to have, we would like to have our website have a beginning, middle financial, a beginning financial investment, middle financial investment, a larger financial investment. But not a lot of people have that because they haven't developed it yet.
Right.
So let's help them develop it and let's give them a platform so that they could add it. So not only are we helping people find the practitioners, we're helping the practitioners build their business in a sustainable, evergreen manner.
with
Yeah.
affiliate marketing, which is kind of
Right.
another bonus. So we keep making it better and better.
Right.
So
Affiliate marketing. Help me understand.
So affiliate marketing is the ability for one person to promote another person's classes, services, whatever. And in return, the person who promotes it gets a bounty or a finder's fee or affiliate commission.
Yeah.
And it's a wonderful way. If you have a lot of folks that love what you do and they're out spreading the good word, well, of course you would, most people would like to, sure, I'll give you 10% of what I make based on what you bring me.
Yeah.
Well, that's great, and that's a great idea because then you get more and everybody wins. It's a
Yeah.
win-win-win. But getting that set up, it's that bridge.
Yes.
Okay,
That's
great
a great
idea.
idea. How are you going to do it?
How am I going to do it?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
well, we'll just do. Great.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do.
I have to research
Yeah.
that. I
I
gotta have to
research
Google
that.
how to do
And-
that.
And that takes time, and that
Yeah.
takes energy, and then sometimes I won't do it.
Exactly.
But we want to make sure that you have those basic steps, that you have an affiliate program, so that you can, when you're ready, to start letting other people sell for you, let other people promote, you can reward them.
Wow. This sounds just beautiful. I love the circular quality of it. It just feels like the circle kind of feeding and collaborating and
Oh, we love it too.
Yeah, no, I think-
We get so excited every day.
Yeah, we meet every Monday. We talk about it, but now it's getting real because as we've gone out and talked to people, it's exploding. I mean, it's super exciting. Wow. We have had, I don't know, we've had meetings with maybe 20-ish people, and we're at like a 90% rate of people that want to be part of it and doing this. And I mean, because imagine the future where, just to kind of set this up and make it more tangible. So let's say you want to learn about past life regression. You go in, you don't really know about it. There's a practitioner that answers some of the questions, and then you can sign up, and maybe you're not ready to go to a class or do anything like that. So there's a pre-recorded past life regression. You can click, pay $10, watch this progression. Oh, that was really good. I'd like to go to a group version of that. So then that's the next level. Okay, I might want to, get interested in a private session with the practitioner. So it goes down and down and down. And our idea is these pages are live. So as the practitioners are developing, so is their content on their What Is page. And that also addresses the on-demand. Because on-demand, what can I do right now to learn about this? What can I do this weekend? What can I...
I heard something about past life regression, and I kind of like to hear more about it. I'm not quite ready to commit to go to a class, but
I don't want to be in public.
I don't want
to check it out.
I just want to kind of see. It might be too out there for me.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't even talk about that. On our directory, we have video. You may really want to go and learn something, but you want to know, like, is this practitioner for me?
Right. Is there an energy match?
And with COVID, you can't really go, and we'll be through COVID at some point, but you can't really go do that right now.
Yeah.
So our directory is enabled so that it's a video directory.
I
so
think that's brilliant.
So you can meet the person as you're, before you work with them.
I think that's really important.
And it's helpful to the visitor because then they get that, okay, this is a person I would like to work with. This person seems all right. And then it's also helpful for the practitioner because how much time is that practitioner taking to allow people to get to know them? And in this day and age, the COVID day and age, that's even more and more difficult because we can't meet in person.
Right. And
so video really serves.
Yeah, and I'm somebody who's very visual. I need to see how people, I can talk to somebody on the phone and not really get a vibe off of them many times, but to see somebody in person, at least as far as we can go.
Yeah, because you can pick their energy up on video.
No,
not as much as in person for sure, but it gives you a, I want to know more.
It's the next best thing.
It is the next best thing.
Oof.
Yeah,
for sure. Glad I didn't waste my money there.
Yeah. So can you give me the elevator pitch? Just tell me like overarching the idea that you're talking about here, because it's got beautiful, interesting components. But just like somebody says, like, what are you doing now?
We are building a platform to try to help. Personally, my mission is 10,000 holistic and metaphysical, spiritual, personal development practitioners build profitable businesses. We're trying to take...
And Laura's great with that.
Yeah.
She's really good at pulling people together to help other people become more profitable.
And the part that is
She's
so
so good.
hard for so many practitioners, and you're doing the other piece of this is so hard, is we're trying to take the marketing and the advertising and the technology. Let's just create a platform where you don't have to worry about that. You come in, you give your amazing talents and gifts to the world. We will help you.
Yes.
Get them out there and help you find people. But
you have the gifts.
You have the gifts.
We've got the we've got the brawn, if you
Yeah,
will.
exactly. And I think that, imagine, I think of how much time, and this has got to be true for any practitioner that's doing classes and workshops. I put my listing on my calendar. I put it on online directories. I buy some media. I put it on Facebook. What if we could get the community to all come to this one place? They'd know that everything that's happening is happening right here. You can trust that it's here. And then that just took, I've got to think, like tens of thousands of hours off practitioners' plates of doing the things that they least like, which is finding websites to post their stuff. We want to put butts in seats.
I love that. So how do you imagine this impacting the world?
Well, for sure it's going outside of Minnesota. It already has. Mm-hmm. And I think my little world was kind of Minnesota focused. What do you think?
Oh, I see it as we have a Minnesota group, and then we have a Florida group, and then we have all these, because eventually we're going to be able to do live classes again. Mm-hmm. And we want to be able to facilitate that as well. But for all of, I mean, but there is a national, all the online stuff can be national. So there's no limit.
How about the mental, emotional, spiritual impact of what you guys are doing?
Well, we hope it gets exactly what any one person that goes there needs, because that's what I've always been about, putting a buffet out there, because it's going to be something different for everybody. It's going
At
to be
different times.
At different times. And this, we hope we can get in your hands when you need it, what you need.
You know, the ripple effect is so important to me. By somebody going to a What Is page or a Thought Leaders page to learn about EFT or whatever they're looking for, they're going to learn a tool that's going to help them. It's going to minimize their stress. It's going to improve their life. As they go out in the world, they're going to be better people because they're a better version of themselves. That's going to make an impact on the people that they interact with. They're going to drive slower. There's going to be less car accidents. I mean, it's such a ripple effect. And if we can help them get their message out into the world, you know, that's amazing. If we can connect them to the people that need to be connected with, that's such a powerful thing. That's what we're here to do.
And that's been one of the most awesome things about having a center, a physical center, is watching people light up when they leave classes. And they come in kind of, you know, weathered from the day or bad traffic or things like that. And they go through something, a meditation, or whatever. And they come out and they're looking up and there's a smile on my face. And so many people say bye to me who never said hi to me. It's so fun sitting there at the exit of the space. And to be able to create that for people that in areas that don't have access.
Oh, we can reach so many more people.
We've already got about 20% of our online stuff is coming outside of Minnesota, and that's just since March. Well, and it's been so fun to talk with everyone who we've invited to be part of it.
Yeah.
And they're even expanding our ideas of what it can be.
Yeah. People want to be part of something better, something evolutionary, something connected, something collaborative. And so that's
I can't
what
wait
you're
to see
offering
what comes
people.
out of it. I feel like a lot of practitioners are going to get to know each other and collaborate on things, and
And they're going to create some
this
great
creation process is
Yeah.
so fun to watch.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yay, you. Unless there's anything you want to
No, I think that's good.
add.
Yeah.